Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, everybody, to My Last Brain Cell. And today's question of the day is pretty special to me. Today's question goes out to all the anime fans out there. With Dragon Ball Sparking Zero game dropping officially as of yesterday, as well as Dragon Ball Daima. With that said, RIP Akira Toriyama. I'm very curious to ask or to know your guys' thoughts on this. So I was very blessed and honored to hop on an anime podcast with some folks at Anime Made Me Do It, and the question of what's your top five anime came up, and I gave my answer. I'll tell you guys my answer in no particular order. It's Black Clover, Haikyuu, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, One Piece, and Gurren Lagann. Like that's my top five, right? And I guess what my question to you guys is, what makes a great anime, right? Because everyone's list was so different, right? And we view main characters differently, we view stories differently, we view progression and hype differently. There are some things that are just facts, like a fact is, Attack on Titan has one of the best stories in anime. That's just a fact. From plot twists to everything, Attack on Titan is one of the greatest anime stories told, right? But what to you makes checkmate Connect Four a good anime? And I ask because for me, it boils down to a lot. Obviously, personal taste is one thing, right? But I I'm an older brother, so when it comes to stories that deal with brotherhood, those stories always speak deeply to me as an older brother who has, I would say, a really great bond with his younger brother, right? So Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is a perfect example of that. And we can use both adaptations, right? The original one and the Brotherhood one, which is obviously the more canonical one. The bond between Edward and Alphonse is beautiful. The music used in this show is beautiful. The art is amazing for its time. The side characters are awesome, but the one thing that really resonated with me was the story and the trials and tribulations of Ed and Alphonse. Like they went through it, and through it all, they always made sure to have each other's backs, and that was the most beautiful thing to me, right? And that's just one example. Same, but almost the same with like Haikyuu and Black Clover, right? Black Clover, Asta and they basically brothers. Now they're rivals, but they're basically brothers. And just the bond that Asta builds with everybody on his team, the bond that him and have, which is undeniable. Like it's phenomenal. Yeah, stories like that really get me. So I would love to know, like, to you, what makes a great anime? Because like there are a lot of great anime out there. Like I love uh 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 what's a really good, like, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Bleach. Like, come on, bro. I love those anime, but for me to say that my top five is very hard when there are, to me, slightly more compelling stories. And again, it just comes down to my personal taste, right? Like Naruto, he's a legend. Like, let's again, just an undeniable fact. Like Naruto Uzumaki is a legend. You feel me? And while that's undeniable, he's in my Naruto's in my top 10, but I can't put him top 5 because just because. Like, one, it everyone, I feel like, is gonna have, well, a vast majority of folks are gonna have Naruto in their top 5 because it's Naruto, because of how the story was told, because of the feels that you had in this story. But my top 5, I think, is very unorthodox. And if I had to choose between Naruto and One Piece, I'm gonna go with One Piece. Personally, I think I like a lot more of the cast on One Piece more than I like the Naruto cast. I like the fights on One Piece. Them shits be sick. I think Luffy as an MC is funnier than Naruto, but when shit gets down to business, he's gonna be serious. Like, I think Naruto is goofy. Like, he tries to be silly. Or excuse me, I think Naruto tries to be funny, but I think Luffy is goofy. Like, that rhymed. I didn't mean it to, but that's what I just think, right? So, but yeah, man, I don't know. So again, my question to you guys, the anime fans out there, what to you makes a great anime? And while you think about that, Let's play Pick Your Poison. Okay, all right, let's see what madness is happening today in Pick Your Poison. Is there another game out there that y'all want to see me play? Like, I think Pick Your Poison is very simple and easy to do because so like there's a bunch of cards in here still that I haven't even touched, and I want to say I'm maybe halfway through the deck. I don't reuse any cards, so we're getting fresh choices every time. But if there's another game that's almost similar to Pick Your Poison that you guys want to see me play, just let me know. And if you don't let me know, I'm gonna keep playing Pick Your Poison. So what else? Let's see what we got. Reveal your first impression of everyone the moment you see them a second time. That's interesting. Have snakes for arms. All right. Okay. So, first of all, I don't think I want snakes for arms, right? Because I feel like in my head, they'd be almost, they would probably be autonomous and do their own thing. And I don't really want that. But to reveal your first impression of everyone the moment you see them a second time, I think is very interesting and very, very dangerous, right? Ooh, I kind of want to pick that one because I would love to see how many people aren't in my life anymore. And I know that sounds dark, but to reveal my first impression of them, because first impression could be anything. The first impression could be, damn, I thought you'd be an asshole. Damn, I thought this. Or wow, your breath stinks, right? That could be what it is. It doesn't necessarily mean that like you are breaking down their character, like, oh, I thought you were this uh uh very I can't think of the word, very shallow person. I didn't think you were a human being because you had no soul. Like it's not like some heartbreaking thing, but it could just be something as simple as I didn't think you brush your teeth very well because your breath stinks. So I think to go against norms, I would love to reveal my first impression of everyone this moment I see them a second time. Because there's also a lot of people that you might not even see a second time, right? But this also begs the question of if it's like if you're at a social gathering with a bunch of folks, right, and you come up to someone and you meet them like, hey, how you going? My name is Dakota. And they give you their name and blah, blah, blah. And then you walk away and you go mingle and do other stuff and you see that person again. Is that meeting them a second? No, that's the moment I saw them a second time. So I would assume that is how that works. That's interesting. I think that'd be fun. Let me know what you guys would pick. Are you going to pick have snakes for arms? Or are you going to, yeah, are you going to be brave and say reveal your first impression of everyone the moment you see them a second time? It might start a lot of fights, but such is life. So let me know what you guys would pick. Let's yeah, I think it's a good time. Let's jump into the wheel of fun, shall we? All right, all right, all right. Let's see what the wheel is saying today. Movies. Ooh, that's actually interesting. So, and I wish I was recording this a little bit later, but in movie news, so I guess it's not really news. I'll speak about one movie. I'm going to go see the My Hero Academia. It's a very anime heavy episode. I'm not upset about it. I'm going to go see the new My Hero movie. You're next, and I'm really looking forward to it. From the trailers that I've seen, this looks like it's going to be one of the best My Hero films since the very first one. To me personally, I still think the very first My Hero movie is the best My Hero Academia movie. Like, not the best My Hero Academia moments, because the show has some heat. Like the episode that just dropped today with Armored All Might. Pardon for the spoiler if you haven't seen it. But yeah, that episode has some heat. But the first movie to me was the best. But this movie looks like it's gonna be lit. And I'm really excited because I'm hoping that it showcases more of Deku's powers since he has access to more of them. Like, this is the first film, if I'm not mistaken, where he has spoken to all the vestiges. So this should be a really good episode. Yeah, I really hope so. And while we're talking about My Hero, if you guys didn't know, since I already kind of spoiled the episode that happened earlier today was the last episode of the season, and the next season is the last season. So it's about to get slightly spoiler heavy. So you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, boom. So the manga has already ended, right? And one of my friends asked me, like, yo, do you think that they needed this extra season, or do you think it's they're stretching it? I said no. This season is this extra season is good, but I'm just really thankful that they're not making it into 2 seasons. Like there's not much more manga left from where we just left off in the anime, right? So the anime ended with All Might and All for One fighting, and we got a small glimpse of Deku and Shigaraki fighting, right? There's still so many fights that have to go down. There's still so many moments that have to go down. So like I said, I'm getting ready to spoil some shit if you're an anime only watcher. So I mean, for my manga readers, right, you know that we still got Bakugo coming back for him to save All Might and fight All for One. We still have Deku fighting Shigaraki, which I think is just those 2 fights, but those are 2 very pivotal fights. I the Deku Shigaraki fight is gonna be super interesting because we get, bare bones Deku where he's using Black Whip to basically hold his body together. We get Deku passing the vestiges off to Shigaraki. So there's a lot of hype moments, and obviously the epilogue post war, right? So I guess my biggest question to you guys is, how many episodes do you think that's gonna be? I meant to check earlier to see like where the manga leaves off. I think there's 430 chapters, right, total of My Hero, but I don't know where this last chapter is. So, how many episodes do you think it's gonna be in this last season? If I had to guess, I'm gonna say like 12 to 15. Like I can't see them stretching to a 24 season. You know what I mean? Like 24 episode season. That makes no sense to me personally. I think that they would go to like 12, maybe 15 episodes just to kind of wrap everything up with a nice bow. And if you do 12 to 15, the animation needs to be next level. There's a lot of hot moments that go on in this season, in this next part. And I really believe that they need to put their all into it. So as opposed to trying to stretch it, condense it nice and tight and just give it just so much love and attention. Like this is your chance, Studio Bones, to wrap everything up in a nice bow and have people say, this was a really great anime. Yeah, don't fumble it, please. I beg of you. Well, that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for stopping by. As always, I appreciate it. I hope you have a great week coming up. Until next time, this is King Echo signing off.